Hey, what's up? It's Greg from Fishing Headquarters, and today is March 1st. I'm here taking a stroll on the LBI Surf right here in the afternoon hours. Here to share an updated fishing report with y'all, let you know what you should be expecting here the next couple days, next couple weeks, in the season ahead. Right now, I wanted to share a little bit of information on what's going down on the LBI beachfront. As you can see, this is the LBI Surf. If you haven't seen the beach all winter long, this winter was a little on the mild side. Definitely happy to say the water's in the mid 40s, mid to low 40s, about 44 degrees off the LBI Surf right now. Overcast day, a little onshore breeze. Show you a little bit of the swell behind me here. I'd say, I don't know, 3 to 4 foot ground swell. Yesterday was a lot bigger. Definitely got a couple different lows, kind of like a series of hamster wheels of lows, one after the other for the last few days, actually a week or so, and for the rest of the week here. So definitely surf be churned up a little bit. With all that being said, you really don't want to be fishing the beach right now. Water's too cold, there's really no fish here to be caught. You want to be fishing on the bay side. The anglers, they're fishing the opening day here, be catching some striped bass. Heard some good reports today. Some of the shop crew, fish head crew, have been out getting some time on the water and catching some fish. Paul Lindsay, he was out just today catching some striped bass on worms. Also, Eric's father was out. He got a keeper striped bass fishing the bay side today on worms as well. So it's definitely good to know. Opening day, we got some striped bass here. Striped bass that are hungry. It's been a short winter, but a little chilly side at times. But happy to say we're out of it, and the fishing forecast looking good. As far as what you could do, what you could target, and what my suggestions are, I just posted a blog actually a short while ago, earlier today, on some ideas of better ways to approach the early springtime season. It's really focused around early spring, like right now, next week or so, a couple weeks, and focused around the LBI kind of area. I kind of shared some general areas. I'm not a big guy to post on specific spots. It really doesn't help anybody, but kind of gave a little idea about how to scout out some spots, how to look on, say, Google Earth, Google Maps, Navionics to use, say, some newer ways of scouting, also putting boots on the ground and getting out and looking, and also taking a look at, say, some classic old school nautical charts, things like that. I touched upon a couple things like baits. Soft baits are always a great thing to be fishing, whether you're talking natural soft baits like worm and clam, also squid, as opposed to, say, some meteor baits like, say, bunker, mullet, mackerel, stuff like that. With that being said, lure fishing, you want to be approaching things a little on the slower side. I find that in the springtime, colder water temperatures, fish a little on the lethargic side, not as active and say, tuned up as they are, say, in the later spring, summer, and fall. I also mentioned a little bit about water temperatures. I can share right now, I mentioned before, it was 44 degrees off the surf. I saw it was 45 degrees at the kind of mid-Barnegat Bay by Waretown. There's a tide gauge and temperature gauge there. And also saw 42 degrees at the Barnegat Inlet gauge there as well. I mentioned a little bit about the lows and the highs that we've saw, say, in the past month. So you can kind of get a little information on that if you check out that blog. Once again, that's at fishinglbi.com. Just toss that up. Some other things I touched upon there is, I like to fish the outgoing tide. I think the outgoing tide's best. Going back to water temperatures, outgoing tide normally gives you the warmest water temperatures. Normally you're fishing the shallower bottom areas, say mud bottom, flats, river mouths, rivers, where those waters warm up first. As these days get longer, I think it's a couple more weeks. We're going to start having sunset at 7 o'clock. I think it's like mid-March. So it's kind of crazy that that the days are progressing that fast, and we're really getting there. I'm stoked to say, like I mentioned before, the striped bass here should be some good winter flounder fishing here this month. Perch fishing's been good kind of all winter long. I know I stopped some of the shows and stopped by and talked to a few different customers that came by the table and talked to me. I heard some good things come out of the Malka River. There's some other spots that will start heating up. Normally that's a little bit later, this month and even into April. But white perch can be a great thing to do. Striped bass, winter flounder, those are the three primaries right now. Togs is closed as of March 1st. Tog closes in New Jersey, so that's off the list. I know there's been some tog guys getting through the cold, and battling into those for the people that go on the bigger boats. Some guys heading further offshore, doing the bottom fish game, the midshore, offshore wrecks, and bottom fishing things for, I guess it's cod, pollock, haddock, whatever, the cold water bottom fish. I can say that heard some news of another whale that came up or is coming up right now. Not sure if anybody's been paying attention to that whole thing, but there's a whole, not really dive into it too much, but just keep your ears to the ground and pay attention to what's going on. There's definitely some political stuff and some radical stuff, and you know why environmentals are involved and why environmentals aren't involved, and why there's a lot of fishermen, recreational, commercial, that are kind of heated on the whole topic. I've talked about wind many times in the past. Not a big fan of what they're doing, what's taking place, and just some big red flags here. So just pay attention to what's happening. You can read all sorts of articles that are pro and con. Don't really want to get too into that right now, but maybe I'll throw up something here in the near future. I did a couple blogs on the wind fiasco, part 1, part 2. Maybe I'll get a part 3 and 4 and 5 and 6, and who knows, before you know it, if I just had more free time, I'd probably have 10 of them posted, but I'll get that going here in the near future. But definitely wanted to check in and say hopefully everybody had a great winter. Trying to get a lot of these fish reports to you guys throughout the entire spring season. Do my best. I apologize for not being a little more active. I had some plans of doing some things, some videos over the winter, and it just never happened. I've been super busy with some projects at the shop, but hopefully those will be behind me soon. Hopefully see you in the shop. Stop by, we're open every day. Right now we got live bloodworms. I'll have some other baits, the growing baits as time progresses. If you need to get geared up, need some new line, need some new rod, reel, lures, clips, need some help, tips and tricks, stop by Fisherman's headquarters, talk to the crew. Like I mentioned earlier, we're all catching fish. I personally haven't wet a line out, but a lot of guys, my team members are all fishing. They can definitely help you out and get you onto some fish and have a lot of good fun fishing this spring. Have a great day.